Hello, this lesson is a review of similar triangles and trig ratios in right angle triangle SOH CAH TOA. So this is we want to prove that the following two triangles are similar. So the similar triangles, there are two properties. One is corresponding angles are equal. All the corresponding ratios are equal. Ratios means the division, so corresponding sides divide equals. And in this question, it didn't say which side corresponding to which side. And one rule you can follow is you can find the ratios for longer side divided by longer side. They are corresponding side. And the shortest side divided by shortest side, they are the corresponding side for the two triangles, if they are similar. So if you don't know which side is corresponding to which side, you can follow this: longest divided by longest, shortest divided by shortest, then whatever left, the third side divided by the third side. Okay, so we are going to see the longer side. This one is 13, and another one is the longer side is 6.5, and the shortest side is 7. This one is 3.5, so 7 over 3.5, and the third side is whatever left, is 11 over 5.5. So make sure that the numerator from same triangle, so from triangle ABC, and the denominator should from another triangle, triangle DEF. You could flip them, it doesn't matter. And we want to check if the ratios are equal or not. So this one divide, give you 2, equals 2, equals 2. Then we know the corresponding side, the ratios, the divisions are same. So we could have the conclusion. Therefore, the two triangles, triangle ABC is similar with triangle. Now we need to make sure that the corresponding angles equal. So this one is AC over DF. So this A corresponding to D. Then B is corresponding to E. And C corresponding to F. So this is how you decide the triangles are similar or not. This is side, side, side. Use the corresponding ratios are equal to determine this one. So, and if the angles given, you just see if the angles are equals or not. If they are equal, then we use angle similarity to prove that the two triangles are similar. So side, 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 then we put similarity sign there. So it represents that triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF based on side, side, side similarity. So now we are going to see how we can use corresponding ratios or corresponding sides or corresponding angles equal to determine unknown sides or unknown angles. So triangle ABC, triangle CDE, first thing we need to see which corresponding angles are equal. So angle C corresponding to angle, this is X pattern. So these two angles C are equal. And this angle A, because it's parallel, so that pattern is equal to angle E. So we are going to write, because line AB is parallel with line DE. So these arrows represent these two triangle lines are parallel. Then the corresponding Z pattern, angle A equals angle E. Then we write the reason is Z pattern. Then another 2 is angle B. So this is triple arc. So angle B equals angle D is a Z pattern. So angle B equals angle D. Then it's Z pattern again. Then if in the two triangles, the two corresponding angles equal, the third one should be equal because it's 180 minus other 2 will give you the third angle. Then we have the conclusion, triangle A, B, C. Then the order matters, angle A corresponding angle E, angle B corresponding to angle D. So A, B corresponding, B, D corresponding, then whatever left is C again, okay? Then we write it's angle similarity, so two corresponding angles are equal. So we have these two triangles equal, then the corresponding sides will be equal. So the corresponding side, two letters represent one line segment, one side. So AB is this side. It's corresponding to the first two letters, ED. Then equals the second ratio equals the last two letters is BC. So BC is here, corresponding to DC, this one. So BC, last two letters from the triangle name, last two letters from triangle's name, then equals, we have only one side left, it's AC over CE. And from the name of the triangle, you will see is first and last. So AC is the last side. First letter and the last letter of the triangle's name give you the third side. So it's AC over EC. And for the marking is, you prove the two triangles similar is 1 mark. You write the corresponding side ratio equals another mark. And the next step will be sub in given information. So 5 over ED is 9 equals BC is nothing. We can just copy it. DC is nothing. Just copy the two letters of the line segment there. AC is what we want to find is X over EC is 13. And we have the three ratios, we have two equal sign. For an equation, we need only one equal sign. So first ratio both given, so we want to use the first one. The last one, we have one unknown and one given, so we want to use the first and the last ratio to form a new equation. So you could write 8 again, or you could just cross multiply from there, okay? So this is a new equation. An equation definition is one equal sign. Then X is at numerator, you could do the get rid of the 13 is division, then you times 13. Or you could always use a cross multiply, even it works when X is at denominator too. So cross multiply works for both the X at numerator or denominator. So we are going to do the cross multiply. So 9 times X is 9X, 5 times 13. Then in order to solve for X, this is a linear equation. We do the opposite operation by bringing the 9 to other side. 9 times X, opposite operation is division. Then use your calculator, we can find out that X equals so numerator times numerator, denominator divided by times denominator, we have 65 over 9. You could just leave it as fraction. So this is a important thing is the order matters for triangles are similar. So corresponding letters means the angles equal. So angle A equals angle E, angle B equals angle D, then angle C equals angle C. The first two letters represent one side of the triangle. So two letters represent one side. First two letters, one side, last two letters, another side, and first and last represent the search side. So corresponding sides must be correct. First two over first two, last two over last two, first last over first last. Then substitute given information, and the cross multiply works all the time, then solve it. So the next question is two triangles, they overlap. So determine the length of BD. So we want to find this side. And these two triangles, you will see the arrow represent parallel. So angle C, this is F pattern, equals angle E. Angle B equals angle D. Then angle A is shared. So we are going to write BC is parallel with DE. Then we have angle C equals angle E and angle B. So angle C, we need to write three letters because you have two angles C here. ACB equals angle E. Angle ABC equals angle D. So the vertex at the middle, and the other two letters is on the initial arm and the terminal arm, A and C. So you have angle ABC. And both of them is from F pattern for parallel. Then because we have two corresponding angles equal, then we have two triangles similarities. So they are similar. Triangle ABC, be careful. The order matters, so angle A shared, angle B is equal to angle D, angle C equals angle E. Then we have used is angle similarity. Two corresponding angles are equal. Then we are going to use corresponding sides. The ratios are equal. So first two over first two, it represent one side AB over AD. The corresponding sides in the two similar triangles. The last two over last two, so BC over DE. They are the corresponding sides, BC over DE, in the two similar triangles. And the last one is first and last, AC over AE. Then we substitute given information. AB is 14, AD, be careful, is 14 plus X. 14 plus X, then equals BC is 12, DE is 20. The other two unknown, we just copy them here, and we know that one equation represents one equal sign, so we are going to use the first and second ratio. We do the cross multiply. Then we are going to have 12 times 14 plus X equals 14 times 20. And when we are solving linear equation, we want to get rid of the bracket. The reason is we want to collect the like terms. With bracket, we are not able to collect the like terms. So 12 times 14 give you 168. Then plus 12x equals 280. Then we move the 168 to other side in order to solve for x. We isolate x. This is a linear equation, so we move the numbers to other side, do the backward of back math, adding, subtracting first. when you solve an equation, you are going to do the backward of BMS, adding, subtracting first. Opposite operation is minus 168. Then we are going to continue. We have 12x equals 280 minus 168 give you 112. Then bring the 12 to other side is opposite operation is division, is divided by 12. Then the final answer you have x equals 112 divided by 12. Then we do the calculation, you will have 9 approximately equals 9.33 the inches. So it's done. The next thing we want to see is regarding areas of similar triangles. What happens to the area of triangle if its dimensions are tripled? So this is a triangle 1, this is triangle 2, and you will see that the side is enlarged by 3 times. So, and we are going to count how many, so this side also, before it's 1, now it's 3 times of that one, okay? Then we are going to count how many triangles in this bigger triangle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 small triangles. It also means that the area means a covered surface. So the covered surface is 9 times of the similar triangle, the first one. So it means if 2 triangles are similar, then the area is squared of the scale factor. So scale factor is a corresponding size ratios. So this divided by that is 3, but the area is 3 squared. It's area squared. How to understand this one? You could think that is similar with a unit. So scale factor is meter to meter, so it's just meter divided by meter. So it is 3. And area is you have meter times meter divided by meter times meter. So it will be this scale squared, scale factor squared. So you have 2 sides times together. Each side is 3. So it's 3 times 3, 3 squared. You can think of the units. Units squared, then the scale factor squared. And same thing for the volume. The volume, the unit is cubed. So then it means if 2 similar shapes, then the volume will be the scale factor cubed, same as a unit. So meter cubed, then the volume will be the similar shapes scale factor cubed. So we are going to see how we can use this property to solve for the unknown area of 2 similar triangles. So this one, the dot represent these 2 angles are equal, and these 2 symbols represent they are same, then the 2 angles are equal. So we have triangle ABC is similar with triangle. Remember, order matters, so angle A corresponding angle D, B is E, then F is whatever left. Then we have the 2 triangles are similar, the area will be the scale factor squared. So we want to see the scale factor equals what? Scale factor is just the ratios of the 2 triangles, the corresponding size. So AB over DE is the corresponding side, first 2 letters. That equals 12 divided by 8. Simplify 8, both divided by 4, we have 3 over 2. So this is our K value. Then the area is just corresponding area, triangle ABC over triangle, okay, area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle DEF is a k squared. So the corresponding ratios, size ratios k, area ratios k squared. We sub in the area of triangle ABC is 90 divided by the second one we want to find is x equals k squared is 3 over 2 bracket squared. Then we have 90 over x divided by this one is apply the exponent to each numerator and the denominator is 3 over 2 times 3 over 2, so 3 times 3 is 9, 2 times 2 is 4, then we do the cross multiply again. We have 9 times x equals 4 times 90. Then we are going to see that, so this is 9. In order to solve for x, we bring the 9 to other side. Its opposite operation is division. Then we do the calculation. You will have x equals 40. Remember, it's centimeter squared. We are looking for the area. So this is how you do it. Just remember area. Then it's two sides times, and the ratios will be k times k squared. Then we sub in given information. So this is for the area. Then the next one is a similar triangle again. So it didn't have labels. We could label it A, B, C, D, E. Then remember that AB is parallel with DE. The two arrows represent the two sides are parallel. Then from these two sides parallel, we have Z pattern. Angle A equals angle E, angle B, Z pattern equals angle D. Sorry, angle A equals angle E. And angle B equals angle D. So therefore, triangle ABC is similar to triangle. In other triangle is EDC. Angle similarity. Then we are going to write the corresponding ratios equal. So AB, the first two letters represent one side of the first triangle, then over the first two letters in another triangle. Then BC last two over last two. Then we didn't use the first last two letters yet. Two letters represent one side. AC over EC. Then we sub in given information. AB is x minus 9. ED is x plus 3. BC is nothing. DC we just copy down. AC is 5. C is x. Then we only need two ratios, so the first and the last. Ignore the middle, so cross multiply. Then we are going to have x times x minus 9 equals 5 times x plus 3. So whenever you have an equation you want to solve, as long as inside the bracket they are not same, we need to get rid of the bracket. If the two brackets same, you could leave them there, then we could factor it using this common factor. But if they are not same, we just expand it. So x times x, x squared. x times -9, -9x equals 5 times x, 5x, 5 times 3 is 15. Then this is a quadratic equation. It's not linear. So for quadratic equation, most of the time we want to move everything to one side, make sure other side is 0, then we are solving for x-intercepts. We are solving for the zeros. So we move everything to one side and we want to keep the number at front of x squared positive. So we move everything to the left side. Do the opposite operation, plus 5x minus 5x. Collect the like terms, minus 14x, -9, -5, add together, -14. Plus 15, move to other side, is minus 15. Then this is a trinomials, it's simple trinomials. Simple trinomials means the number at front of x squared is 1. So we have xx inside the bracket. X times x give you x squared. Then we are looking for the two numbers. Times together is last term. Last times last give you -15. Add together will be -14. And 115 will work. And the larger number need to have the same sign as the middle term negative add together. So -15, then another one times together negative, so one negative, another positive. Simple trinomial, we could put the two numbers we found in the bracket right away. And you could double check. 1 times -15 give you last term, plus x minus 15x give you -14, so it works. This is a quadratic equation, and the times together equals 0. We have the properties of zero product. Each bracket could be 0. X plus 1 equals 0, then times it give you 0. All the next bracket equals 0, times together give you 0. Then each of them is linear, so we solve it, isolate the x by moving plus 1 to other side, do the opposite operation. So we have x equals -1 and x equals 15. Because we are looking for the side, the length couldn't be negative, so we ignore the negative. The measurable quantity should be positive. So therefore, the side of the EC is 15. Then this question is done. And from here, you will see it's not always the similar triangles will give you linear equation. Sometimes you may have a quadratic equation, then you need to use quadratic equation, how to solve it, to find the solutions. So for the quadratic equation, you could use factor method or you use quadratic formula. So this is all about similar triangles, and next page we are going to see the applications of trig ratio SOH CAH TOA. So we write SOH CAH TOA here, and these 9 letters represent 3 formulas. Sine angle equals opposite over hypotenuse if we choose angle A. And the cosine, the second one, cosine, angle A or angle B, the angle you picked equals adjacent. A represent adjacent, H represent hypotenuse. And the last one is tangent. Angle you picked equals opposite over adjacent. So SOH CAH TOA represent the first letter in your equation, SOH, CAH, and TON. This only apply to a right angle triangle. Your triangle must have 90 degrees, otherwise you are not able to use this SOH CAH TOA. So this is a application. So a boat heading out to sea starts out at point A, then it's a horizontal distance from a lighthouse is 1,196 feet. From this point, the boat screw measures an angle of elevation, means from horizontal look up is 13 degrees to the top of this lighthouse. And at some later time, so the crew measures angle from point B is 3 degrees. Find the distance from point A to point B. And round your answer to the nearest foot if necessary. So for this question, you have 3 triangles. So A, B, we could put C here. So you have triangle ACL, BCL, also you have triangle ABC. So we have 3 triangles. Which triangle you are going to start with? You are going to start with a triangle with the most given information. So only one distance is given is in triangle ACL. So we are going to start from triangle ACL. And in triangle ACL, we have one angle given, so we are going to pick angle A to label this triangle. So always remember you need to pick an angle that is not 90 degrees to label this triangle by using opposite, hypotenuse, and adjacent. So this triangle, we have 2 arms, okay? 2 arms, both arms we call them next to this one, adjacent, but one is 90 degree opposite, it's a longer side, we label it hypotenuse. Then another side of this angle is adjacent. So 2 arms, both next to this angle, so adjacent to this one hypotenuse, one adjacent. Whatever left is opposite. Opposite must not have letter A, so it's CM. So this one, hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent, we want to find, we could find the opposite. If we find hypotenuse, then we are going to have, using the common side of this one will be triangle ABC. You could use sine law, but we want to practice with SOH CAH TOA, so we could find the opposite. Then we could use a bigger triangle BCL to solve for the BL. And from BL, we take away the AL, we can find the X. So instead of finding X directly, we want to find BL, then we find that one. So first step, we want to find this opposite. This is common side of this ACL and the BCL. So we want to use triangle ACL. The next one, we want to use triangle BCL. And if we have 2 triangles, we have common side, we want to solve for that common side, then we could use it in the next triangle. So in triangle ACL, we want to find the opposite. We are going to see, we copy SOH CAH TOA here and see which ratio are we going to use. Most of the time, only one ratio works. So angle given means sine, cosine, tangent 13 are given, and adjacent given. And we want to find the opposite. So we have 3 ratios. We want to use 2 given, 1 unknown for the ratio. That will be the 10. So we copy the TOH here, means T represent 10, and the angle we picked must follow the TAN. Then this represent a trig ratio, opposite or adjacent. Then we sub in the opposite is unknown and adjacent is 1196. And for this question, you could use a cross multiply again. 10, 13 divided by 1. Then we do the cross multiply. It's x times 1. So it is x times 1 give you x. Then 1196 times 1013 degrees. Get your calculator out. Then, so we type into a calculator is 1196, then times 1013, and close the bracket. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode. Okay, then equal sign is 276. It's here already. So 276.11835. Because this is not a final answer, so we are going to just get this number and keep more decimal places. So 276.11869. Then we have this object. Then we are going to use the next triangle to find the BL. So the next one, we are going to use this bigger triangle. And this side is what we found. So this is CL. Then this angle is 3 degrees. This is B. So we want to find the BL. In this triangle, we are going to, based on this angle B, to label this triangle. We pick the angle that is not 90 degrees. So you have two arms here. So they are the next to angle B, they are adjacent. One is 90 degree opposite. We call it hypotenuse. Then another side will be adjacent next to this one. Then whatever left is opposite. So this time we want to find adjacent. Then we are going to see SOH CAH TOA, which one we are going to use. So angle given, so all the sine, cosine, tangent given. Then opposite given, we want to find adjacent. So only one ratio, we have 2 given, 1 unknown. We can solve for that unknown, okay? So we are going to use 10 again. 3 degrees equals opposite over adjacent equals 276.11869 divided by x or y. Then cross multiplying is over 1 times 8. You will see you have y times 10(3) degrees equals 276.11869. Then move the 10 to other side will be division. Then use your calculator to find out the answer for that. So it's just answers. We can use this continue. So just divide it by 10(3). Bracket that equals, we have 5268. It asks you to round it to the nearest foot, so it will be no decimals. After decimal is 6, it's greater than 5, so we round it up. 8 plus 1 is 5269. So y is approximately 5269 feet. So this question is done. So you will see that in this question we use 2 triangles and we want to find the common side of these 2 triangles, CL. This is opposite. Then in the first one we decide which ratio to use. Adjacent given, opposite unknown, we use 10. This one, opposite given, adjacent unknown, OA is 10 again. So now we are going to practice one more example. So this one is an airplane. approaching in a straight line that will fly directly overhead. It means two-dimension only. The plane maintain a constant altitude, means its height, 5375 feet. And initially measures the angle of elevation from horizontal up is 15 degrees, and later is from horizontal up is 30 degrees. So it want to find that how far the distance traveled for the airplane. So we want to find this x. And again, in this triangle, this question we have 1. So A, B, C, D, E. We have 2 right angle triangle, BCD and ACD. And also we have another one is ABC, which is not a right angle triangle. So we want to practice SOH CAH TOA, so we want to use only the 2 triangles, ACD, ACE, the right angle triangle, and also the right angle triangle BCD. BCD and ACE, you will see they don't have common side of these 2 triangles. So we just use these 2 triangles, solve separately. Then after that, we find the CD first, then we find the CE, then subtract these 2, you will find the X. This is what we want to do. Find the CE, find the CD, then subtract these 2. So in the triangle BCD, so we are going to start from in triangle ACE, the bigger one. The angle 15 is given. Based on this angle, we label it. So this is a hypotenuse, and the bottom is adjacent, and the given is object. So again, we have object given, we want to find adjacent, it will be 10. So 10, 15 degrees equals object over adjacent is 5375 divided by, we could give x, so cross multiply is at denominator variable, we need to get rid of the denominator. So we have x times 10, 15 equals 5375. Then move the 10 to other side is divide. Then we are going to have x equals 5375 divided by 10, 15. So we are going to do 5375 divided by 10, 15, then close the bracket, then it's 20059, 20059.77, and after that, in another triangle, we are going to do the same thing. So another triangle, this one is BCD, and 30 degrees here. So this is 5375. Then label this one based on this angle, hypotenuse, adjacent, object. Object given, adjacent unknown, so we use TOA. OA is in the 10. So SOH CAH TOA. OA, the T, we have OA, so we use a 10. So in triangle BCD, we are going to do 10, 30 degrees equals object over adjacent equals 5375 divided by, we could use y, then cross multiply again, y times 10 equals 1 times 5375, then do the division, 1030, we are going to have the y equals, so 5375 divided by 1030. 5375, okay, I need to clear everything. 5375 divided by 1030. Close, then equals, sorry, 5375 divided by 1030. That equals is 9309. 9309.77, then we subtract that 2, so this is a y, okay, this is x, so now this one is z, okay, the z equals y minus x. 9309, take away the, okay, so this is x, this is y. So x take away y. We do the subtraction, 20059, subtract 9309.77, then we are going to have the final answer. So just take away 20059.77, then do the opposite, so a minus b equals negative b minus a, so 10749.99. Then we are going to round it, is 10750. Feet, that is done. So you could write a statement, therefore the plane traveled 17050 feet. And this is a lesson for reviewing similar triangles and also the SOH CAH TOA. So for SOH CAH TOA, when you have two triangles, you need to see if they have a common side. If they do have common side, then you may want to find a common side in order to use in the next triangle. Okay, thanks for watching.